It's time now for the Beer Chill 5 o'clock news on this Saturday evening, October 3rd, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. That's Robert Stevens right there.
How you doing?
Doing good today, and here now the news deadline to at 5 o'clock here on this Saturday evening
Yes,
here.
hosting Robert Stevens.
And our top story at 5 o'clock is in Roseburg, Oregon, where the cause of death for the young man responsible for the shooting several people at Umpqua Community College this week was ruled a suicide by the Oregon State Medical Examiner's Office authorities announced on Saturday. Kabul, an airstrike probably carried out by the U.S.-led coalition forces killed 19 staff and patients, including 3 children, on Saturday in a hospital run by Medicine Sans Frontiers in the northern city of Kansas, the aid group said. Torrential rains that brought flood into the much historic peninsula district of Charleston, South Carolina on Saturday left huge parts of the southeast, giving the regional consolidation from the fading threat of Hurricane Joaquin that moved. As we'll have the more on the Joaquin on the weather segment of the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news in a couple of minutes. That's good. As Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Rodham Clinton proposed Saturday that military records be amended in an upgrade to dishonorable discharges imposed on gay, lesbian, and transgender military veterans. Firefighters were on the scene of a major house fire in Borough Park in Brooklyn, New York on Saturday that left one person killed in an explosion. With Louisville basketball, Lebanon alleged sex scandal include 2013 NCAA basketball programs that won the national title in 2013 could be in jeopardy. In Rome, a Polish priest who served the Vatican's doctrinal arm will no longer be available to carry out his duties after announcing he is gay on the eve of a major church meeting, a Vatican spokesman said. Somewhere at sea for more than 48 hours now, a container ship with 20 Americans and 5 Polish nationals is lost and battered by Hurricane Joaquin as the Coast Guard passes its search by air on presses. Santa Catarina Peninsula, Guatemala. Hundreds of rescue workers using shovels and pickaxes recovered 4 more bodies early Saturday in the wake of a hillside collapse above the group of homes on the outskirts of Guatemalan capital. Australian authorities have characterized a shooting that left 1 officer dead outside New South Wales Police Headquarters in Sydney, Australia on Saturday afternoon as an act of terrorism. A football-loving New Jersey priest was arrested Friday for allegedly pointing a musket at an 8-year-old boy who committed the cardinal sin of cheering for the Dallas Cowboys. The Political Action Committee on the National Education Association, the nation's largest labor union, endorsed Hillary Rodham Clinton on Saturday for the 2016 Democratic presidential nomination. Donald Trump continues to be a force for the 2016 presidential race dominated by outsiders, but political observers predict a more traditional candidate will carry the Republican Party's bid for the White House. Dallas police have arrested a man accused of shooting and killing a well-known dentist in the parking garage of an apartment complex last month. United's new CEO tries to show the airline cares as his efforts are getting mixed grades from frequent flyers. October 1st was the deadline for retailers and credit card issuing companies to switch over to using the new EMV credit cards, which contain a computer chip that creates and encrypts a new number every time a card is used, which automatically. When an organization gets hacked, it be rather likely to be promptly to warn their users wide away tech crowdfunding site like Patreon, which was hacked on Monday and already has informed the world about their problem. U.S. hedge funds brace for the worst year since financial crisis. A new study has come to a surprising conclusion about how blue whales are so fat. Around 73,000 years ago, the town predecessor to the Fogo volcano, one of the most active in the world, collapsed. As a result, an unbelievably massive tsunami rippled across the Atlantic Ocean, washing in destructive force over the islands that are now. Researchers say that the dinosaur-killing asteroid might not have been the only thing that did it in the prehistoric beasts. In an undated NANAT photo, direct streaks known as recurrent slope planet observers hail crater to Mars that scientists reported on Monday defended signs of liquid water on the surface of present-day Mars, a finding that will fuel speculation. The UK has green-lighted the transport of 10 wombs of the patients will out of one of the clinical trial if successful. The first baby born in a transplanted womb in a region will arrive in 2018. Teenagers and even adults spend more and more time on social media during the night, which is less to sleep and late in bedtime. Heart device maker St. Jude Medical Incorporated received a warning letter from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, which said that various devices of the company manufactured at its Atlanta plant are adulterated. Okay, looking at New England alerts here at 5:04 in Madbury, New Hampshire. A residential structure fire as smoke shown from undercover building as M8 tankers from Lee and Barrington. Waterbury, Watertown, Massachusetts at 131. Cold driving 6th floor laundry room smoke showing here. Here, telling news on 5:04. Time out for a sports report here. The Boston Red Sox will square off against the Cleveland Indians in the second to last game of the 2015 regular season here. Okay, let's take a look at some other Major League Baseball scores here on this Saturday evening here. Miami Marlins are leading the Philadelphia Phillies 3-0 here. San Francisco Giants are leading the Colorado Rockies 2-0 in the top of the first. Los Angeles Angels over the Texas Rangers in a shootout down in Arlington 11-10. Baltimore Orioles over the New York Yankees 9-2. Kansas City Royals over the Minnesota Twins 5-1. Washington Nationals over the New York Mets 3-1. And in soccer, the New England Revolution will take on the Chicago Fire coming up at 8:30 p.m. tonight out in Chicago. All right, let's take a look at some college football scores here on this Saturday afternoon. Ohio leading Akron 14-12, $1:37 left in the fourth quarter. 11:52 left in the fourth quarter. Third quarter, Toledo leading Ball State 24-3. 13-24 left in the third quarter. Central Michigan and Northern Illinois deadlocked at 10-10 apiece. Massachusetts 17, Florida International 7 with 9 minutes left in the third quarter here. 2:29 left in the second quarter. Indiana 10, Ohio State 6. 2:58 left in the second quarter. Navy 21, Air Force 0. At halftime, it's Appalachian State 21, Wyoming 7. At halftime, Bowling Green 21, Buffalo 6. At halftime, Kent State 13, Miami, Ohio 0. Liberty 21, Georgia State 14. Baylor 42, Texas Tech 14. Marshall 14, Old Dominion 0. Western Kentucky 28, Rice 10. At half, it's Duke 9, Boston College 0. At halftime, Florida State 14, Wake Forest 10. Georgia Tech 24, Georgia Tech 21, North Carolina 14. Alabama 24, Georgia 3, include 34 left in the second half. Second quarter here. San Jose State trailing Auburn 14-7 with 8:43 left in the second quarter. Washington State 14, California 7 with 8:24 left in the second quarter here. 12:42 left in the second quarter. Kansas State 14, Oklahoma State 13. 10:38 left in the second quarter. SMU 20, East Carolina 7. Nebraska 7, Illinois 0 with 7:04 left in the second quarter. Michigan State squeaked out a win over Purdue 24-21. TCU blew out Texas 50-7. Oklahoma over West Virginia 44-24. Northwestern blanked Minnesota 27-10, 27-0. Iowa over Wisconsin 10-6. Michigan blanked Maryland 28-0. Tulane 45, UCF 31. Houston 3, Tulsa 24. Missouri 24, South Carolina 10. Pittsburgh 17, Virginia Tech 13. Penn State 20, Army 14. Iowa State 38, Kansas 13, and Louisville 20, North Carolina State 13 here. Cleveland Red Sox manager leave John Farrell still battling cancer and return manager Terry Louisville is likely to be a hot commodity in a few days, as the team is in an awkward spot with John Farrell and Terry Louisville. There are no denying how good the Miami Heat look on paper. While the team isn't talking title, the emphasis on a better pace and adversity can make the team pretty dangerous. While New York Mets general manager Matt Harvey said will be probably limited to one NLDS start. The Pittsburgh Steelers are officially on their fourth kick of the since this preseason, as the Steelers on Saturday released Josh Scobie, who had missed 2 crucial kicks in Thursday's 23-20 loss to the Baltimore Ravens and signed free agent Chris Boswell. Here, telling news on 508. Time now for a Trevor report. Baby. Time now for the Trevor report here on this Saturday here, and look at the map here, and we're seeing 95 on the southbound side in the Providence area. It is slow from 146 in Providence down for the 610 connector in downtown Providence on the southbound side of Route 95 here. 146 on both ends. So for Route 99 in Lincoln and North Smithfield here. Route 3 on the northbound side, it is slow from Duxbury all the way up in the Marshfield around Route 139 doing an exit on Route 3 on the northbound side before Route 139 in Marshfield, so expect some delays here. Newport, Jamestown, and Mount Hope bridges are looking very good here. Meanwhile, it is looking good in the Metro Boston area, on highways in Metro Boston, and also everywhere around the region here, as it's both sailing highways, byways in Massachusetts, Connecticut, and around here. And we take a look up in New Hampshire, where the feeder road around Route 3 around Route 3A in Nashua, it's a little slow, but you're good to go in the Granite State. And up in Maine, 295. On the northbound side, it is a little slow after the main turnpike up in Port Maine here. But otherwise, it is looking good around the region here, as we're going to take a look at what is going on the T here. Looking at the subway system here. On the MBTA, Civil Line and SL4 Express with minor delays due to moderate traffic, while Civil Line and SL5 Express with minor delays due to traffic here. On the Commuter Rail, Havel Line train 210, 9:05 a.m. from Havel, delayed weekdays 10 to 20 minutes at Andover and Brattleboro Friday, October 23rd. And on the ferries here, looking good. Peter Channel News Time 509 on this Saturday evening. There's down now for a weather report here, and it's the latest on Hurricane Joaquin. Oh my! This is a devastating storm at sea. 150 mile per hour wind gusts with a movement northeast 17 miles per hour. Some location 27 to the north, 70 and a half to the west here. And this is the latest public advisory here. Severe Hurricane Joaquin threatening in Bermuda here. And tropical warning is in effect for Bermuda, and Hurricane watch in effect for Bermuda. And a tropical warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area for Bermuda. The tropical storm conditions are expected within the next 24 to 36 hours. A hurricane watch means that hurricane conditions are possible within the watch area. A watch is typically issued 48 hours before the anticipated first occurrence of the tropical storm force winds. Conditions that make outside preparations difficult and dangerous. For storm information specific to your area, please monitor products issued by your local National Meteorological Service. Here at 5 p.m., the eye of Hurricane Joaquin was located near latitude 27.0 to the north, 78.5 to the west longitude as Joaquin is moving toward the northeast near 17 miles or 28 kilometers. This general motion is expected to continue for tonight as a turn toward the northeast is forecast on Sunday. As on the forecast track, that eye of Joaquin will pass west of the Bermuda on Sunday as have a small deviation in the east of the forecast track will remain the quarter. The hurricane and stronger winds close to the Bermuda. Maximum sustained winds are near 150 miles an hour with our gusts, and Joaquin is a strong Category 4 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. Some fluctuations in intensity are likely tonight, but Joaquin is forecast to gradually weaken during the next 48 hours. As hurricane force winds extend hours up to 45 miles, 75 kilometers from the center. Tropical force winds extend hours up to 205 miles from 335 kilometers here, and the estimated minimum subject pressure is 934 millibars at 27.38 inches here. Hazard affect the land. Wind, troublesome conditions are expected to reach Bermuda by Sunday morning, with hurricane conditions pulsed by Sunday afternoon. Rainfall and rain bands of Joaquin will begin to affect Bermuda by early Sunday, and Joaquin is expected to produce 3 to 5 inches of rainfall over Bermuda for Monday. And surface swells generated by Joaquin will continue to feel affect portions of the Bahamas during the next few days, and swells also affecting much of the southeast coast of the United States and will spread northward along the east coast of the United States throughout the weekend. As swells from Joaquin will begin affecting Bermuda today and throughout the weekend. It was likely to cause life-threatening and surfing whip current conditions, even though Joaquin is expected to pass well east of the coast of the United States. A prolonged period of elevated water levels under large waves will affect the mid-Atlantic region, cause a significant beach and erosion with a moderate coastal flooding likelihood. Please consult products from your local weather office here. As we take a look at what is brewing in the radar here. And we're seeing nothing going on in the radar here in the region here, except we're seeing some few little lights, rain showers south of the Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket areas here. Just a cloudy and a raw day today on tap here. As tonight, it's going to go like this. Patch of drizzle with a slight touch of rain. Clouds got about 47 degrees. Northeast at about 10 miles against side. That's 22 miles on a chest base to 20%. Sunday, most skies got about 55 degrees. Northeast at about 9 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour here. Sunday night, slight touch of showers after 11 p.m. Most skies got about 45 degrees. North at about 7 miles on a chest base to 20%. Monday, slight chance of showers up before noon, then a chance of drizzle between noon and 1 p.m. Most skies got about 61 degrees. North about 7 to 9 miles on a chest base to 20%. Monday night, patch of fog before 2 a.m., then a patch of fog after 3 a.m. Otherwise, most skies got about 42 degrees. Tuesday, patch of fog before 9 a.m. Otherwise, most skies have about 66 degrees. Tuesday, podcast got about 45 degrees. Wednesday, patch of fog before 8 a.m. Otherwise, sun got about 69 degrees. Wednesday, most skies got about 45 degrees. Thursday, Saturday, podcast got about 62 to about 44 degrees. Friday, podcast got about 63 degrees. And for Friday night, chance of showers, most skies got about 49 degrees. Chance of is 40%. And for Saturday, podcast got about 64 degrees. Currently here in Norton, 53 degrees overcast, guys. Humidity 74%. And that is coming in for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news, and it's October the 3rd, 2015 on a Saturday night. P. Wiggins alongside Robert Stevens saying, I hope you have a good evening with a good positive, and I will see you at 11 o'clock for a late night report.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good evening.